So due to popular demand, I am back with another DKOldies update video, so let's talk about it. So there's a few things I want to talk about in this video. First of all, we're going to talk about some Facebook comments regarding DKOldies. There's some bad ones. We're going to talk about it. Second of all, I want to talk about some comments that were on a video that was released about a week ago by somebody that's supposedly a former employee of DKOldies, and then we're going to watch his video and kind of react to it, but we'll get into that later. First of all, I want to start with Facebook. So I've mentioned it in one other video, I think, where I have a Facebook page very similar to my YouTube channel, where I reformat the content from YouTube, put it on Facebook to fit the Facebook format. Now, the Facebook audience is very different than YouTube, as you guys probably know. The comment sections there are just on every video I ever see on Facebook. They're not pleasant to read. And guys, if you have a Facebook profile, go help me out. Hit that link down below. Go to Facebook and take a look at these videos and help these people, help explain the situation to them. These people, they don't get it. There's a lot of just comments on there that I can't believe people are saying this, but let's just go through them. These are just a handful. There's so many bad ones there, but this is just a handful of them. So first of all, this person says, "This is a joke. Do you literally have nothing else to do in live but put people down?" That's the funniest thing about Facebook. Like the number of comments that are just don't make sense or bad grammar. It's just like, it's amazing. And people are doing this from their own profiles. Like people, these are public profiles that people can see your photo and stuff, and they're commenting these, and it's funny stuff. And I think I've probably made like 4 or 5 DKOldies videos live on Facebook, and people, yeah, this one is funny. It says, "This boy lives in his mom's basement making these videos, spending his allowance on DKOldies stuff, then getting mad when they aren't new. This guy must be in love with Joey. Back in the old days, you keep bashing someone, then coming to find out they actually are in love with them." So that last sentence doesn't make much sense, but this guy, he thinks I live in my mom's basement, which maybe I do. I don't, but and I'm spending my allowance on DKOldies stuff just to getting mad when they aren't new. Like, this is an argument I've seen from people that I don't understand. People are saying, well, it's not supposed to be brand new, so you should expect there to be dust accumulated and no new thermal paste and stuff like that. And these people aren't getting the point. They're not getting the point. DKOldies is selling consoles that are called refurbished and cleaned and opened, and they're reinforcing and they're making videos saying we do indeed open up all the consoles, we clean them out, and they're not. So yeah, that's about all there is to it. But let's go on to the next Facebook comment. All right, so this guy says, "Bro, grow up and stop being so childish. I don't know, maybe stop ordering from them. This is like the 5th video I've seen from you just bullying DKOldies because you don't want to read the description. If it says refurbished, don't expect a new console." So there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, stop ordering from them. This guy doesn't understand the concept. You guys watching my video, most of you understand that I buy consoles, weird consoles, interesting consoles to make videos on because it makes for interesting content. That's the whole point of my channel. If you go back and watch my videos for the last couple of years, I've purchased so many different consoles from eBay, GameStop, just all over the place, Wish, AliExpress, because they're interesting. They send me interesting stuff. So I bought one from DKOldies back in November, December, and realized it was weird. They called it refurbished, but it wasn't refurbished, so I just kept buying more. People wanted to see more, so I kept buying more. This guy he doesn't understand that. And now at this point, we're making videos to try to spread the word that they're not actually doing what they say. And then the funny part is he says, "I'm bullying DKOldies." Yeah, I'm not bullying them, but okay. And then this part says, "If you don't want to read the description," like I pretty clearly explain in my videos. Like I break down the description and say why the descriptions are so suspicious. Like they say refurbished, they say they're going to include a compatible controller. They kind of use that as a scapegoat to not include an original controller, and they don't give you an option to upgrade on some listings, which is my experience. If it says refurbished, don't expect a new console. It's like none of us are expecting new consoles, but we're expecting consoles that are cleaned and refurbished. Like it's pretty basic. Nobody's expecting a new console, but refurbished, if you look up the definition, it literally says, let me just look it up and show it to you guys. All right, so here in the Cambridge.org dictionary online, it says refurbished means made to look new again by work such as painting, repairing, and cleaning. I mean, that perfectly spells it out for you, but I should expect a console that looks new. That's the definition of refurbished, and this guy is saying don't expect a new console. I can't with this kind of stuff. Next up, wah, you big baby. That one's just funny. There's thousands of comments on Facebook, my Facebook videos with stuff like this. So again, if you have a Facebook profile, please click that link down below, go to my page and look at these comment sections and just tell people what they're missing because they just don't get it. But next up, so there was a video posted recently where this guy, I'll go to the page here, he says, "I used to work for DKOldies, it's a scam." That's his title. It's by Jigsaw. This guy actually messaged me on Instagram. I replied back, but he never replied back to me after that. I don't want to do any more DKOldies interviews, so I'm not planning to do an interview with him or anything. I haven't like verified that he 100% works there. Now, looking at his videos and looking at his comments, it does appear that he did indeed work at DKOldies at some point. He's gotten very specific stories and names that he tells, but I haven't actually watched this whole video, but we'll watch it, and I watched about a minute of it. Now, I actually found this video back, I guess I found it on the day it came out, because I saw it on last Sunday, which was, I guess that was the 25th, wasn't it? Something like that. And it had 115 views, and it gets really interesting there because there was this one comment from another guy that said he does actually work at DKOldies right now, which is the comment I'm going to show you. I replied to it, and that comment has since been deleted. Like, it was deleted pretty quickly before this video even had more than like 200 or 300 views. But I've had dozens of people sending me this video this week, so I got so many people want me to look at this and react to it. So let's start with the comment that I saw on this video and I replied to, and it's funny. So this guy, I've actually seen this guy commenting on other DKOldies videos, and I've seen him do the same thing where he says something insightful about DKOldies and then later deletes it because I'm assuming he's revealing too much info. Now again, I don't know if this guy actually works for DKOldies. I'm just taking his word for it on YouTube. From what he's saying, it sounds like he does work for them, but again, take it with a grain of salt. I don't know if this guy works for him or used to or whatnot. All right, so again, this first comment is not from the guy that made the video, but somebody that supposedly works at DKOldies right now. He says, "No idea how long you worked at DK, but I'm sick of seeing stuff like this. Maybe years ago they had a problem, but as of recent, they have changed a lot and literally do refurbish all their consoles. I currently work there, and the place is in such a better position than it was when I started 8 months ago. The people who won't leave us alone, Jacob and Rich, aren't hurting business at all recently." Now, the guy who made the video responds back and says, "I worked there 3 years ago. If you guys are really refurbishing your consoles, then those videos from Jacob, Rich, and so many other smaller people on YouTube would have never happened. You guys seem to do the same stuff the way you did it 3 years ago, but with more employees. Tell Dustin to send me that picture of all of us. I want my guitar back." It's random. All right, next comment is from the guy who says, "In the past few months, we listened to all these people's problems and have done what they wanted. We have a literal room for blowing out consoles. Every single system gets blown out. That second PS3 that Jacob was blown out, but it's near impossible to take down to the bare and get every piece of dust out." This comment, this is the one I replied to. This one is, I just like can't believe this. These people think that now, since they're blowing consoles out, now they're refurbishing them. So let's get this straight. Before, let's say December or January, they were not even blowing out the consoles with compressed air. Guys, I don't sell too much on eBay and my website now, but last year I sold a ton of consoles on eBay and my website, and I caught them all used. Nothing was refurbished. They were all used. Most cases they weren't opened up, but that's fine for used consoles. Used consoles are typically clean on the outside and blown out, and that's it. You got to refurbish them yourself, and they sell for much, much lower than these refurbished consoles. But let's get this straight. I used to blow out, I still do when I clean consoles. I clean the outside of the console. I blow out the inside of the console with compressed air. I don't open it up, but I blow it through the vents. And this guy is saying that before the last couple of months, they were not even doing that. For refurbished consoles were not even blown out. What? And he's saying that now, since we have a room now, an entire room, because of you guys, we have a whole room to blow these consoles out, and they're now refurbished. It's like, come on, man, you guys just don't get it. They think they're doing a huge service to us. They're like, okay, we're going to start blowing out these consoles. We're going to start refurbishing them, but you're still not there yet. Like, you're still not opening them up, and this guy's saying that second PS3 was blown out, near impossible to take down. No, it's not. It takes me 45 minutes to take the PS3 apart, put new thermal paste, clean it out, put it back together. And I can tell you I'm not fast at it. Like, if you got it down, you got an actual good repair, I'll call him a repairman, technician, whatever, doing that work in your shop, it shouldn't take more than half an hour for one console. Let's say he's getting paid $20 an hour, which is probably more than he's getting paid. That's $10 of labor to fix that PS3, to refurbish it. You're telling me you guys can't afford $10 more of labor to refurbish a $400 PS3? I mean, I just don't get it. And the PS3 is honestly one of the harder ones to take apart. The other ones are even easier. So like other consoles, you can refurbish in 20 minutes, 15 minutes, especially if you set up an assembly line and you get it efficient. You're not losing that much money to labor to actually refurbish consoles. I don't know how many returns these guys get, but I can guarantee your returns are going to go down if you're actually refurbishing consoles. But they're getting away with not opening the consoles up, so they keep doing it. And that's what we're trying to stop. We're trying to get them to actually refurbish consoles, or get people to realize they're not buying refurbished consoles. You can get the same thing on eBay for half the price, and it's clean just as well. And this guy says, I'm glad you guys are doing what you claimed to do for years. Hundreds of systems, blah, blah, blah. By the way, there's no way those PS3s were blown out with compressed air. Yeah, they weren't. The first PS2 he received, I haven't even gotten a PS2. That's what made us change up our system. We get literal compressed air machine with hoses and all. So again, he's saying that, like, because of us, I guess he made some impact. At least they're blowing out consoles, but still, it's not refurbished. Like, he's making it seem like a big deal. He's like, because all these YouTubers, we're actually refurbishing our consoles now, like we should have been. But they're still not, though. They're still not opening them up. Oh, man. I'm just not even going to read the rest of this comment thread, but I'll read you the comment I made where I replied to this guy. I said, I've gone down the rabbit hole and came across this comment. And I really did go down the rabbit hole on Sunday, because this, like I said, this video, I had to go really far to find this video. It had like 115, 120 views when I found it. And so it was truly down the rabbit hole. And I said, I've gone down the rabbit hole and come across this comment. This is hilarious. DKOldies has been commenting on videos saying that every console is open and cleaned, but here you are saying that they are still only blowing them out, which apparently hasn't even been done in the past. How DKOldies is calling this console refurbished is beyond me. Blowing a console out with compressed air does not equal refurbished, and I stand by that statement. Blowing a console out with compressed air does not mean refurbished. It's not the same thing. But you guys get that. Let's go ahead and watch this video and see what he has to say, because I've only watched like a minute of this.
So everyone's problem with DKOldies lately is the fact that they claim to refurbish all of their systems, and yet all of these YouTubers like Jacob R. and Review Tech USA and others are opening their systems after they get them, and they're dirty, they're filthy inside. They're not refurbished. And I figured that since I worked there, I would be of great help in this situation. I have inside knowledge that, nobody else seems to have, except there was apparently somebody that used to work there was recently interviewed.
Yeah, so he's referring, so everything he says there we do know, and then he says he's referring to the interview I did with a former employee. So this guy was not the former employee I interviewed, it was another guy.
But I figured that since I worked there in the shipping department specifically, I had some insight that I could give people. But one time I bought something from them, and when I bought it, I realized how close they were. I saw they were located in Morgantown, and I'm impatient, so I figured, why wait for the mail to bring it when I can just drive an hour away and pick it up the same day? I got nothing better to do. So I drove up there, I picked up my system. I remember talking to Joey about how I was working at Burger King at the time, and they weren't giving me very good hours, and I was saying about how I love the store, and I'm really I'm an avid retro gamer. And
this story seems to start where most of the comments I see on DKOldies videos start, where like, you guys have the best job in the world. Like, I really want to work for you guys. And I can't blame them, because from the outside looking in, you see all these cool looking consoles, games, and accessories they have. And it seems like a cool place to work, but let's keep
all
going.
this stuff. And Drew actually gave me a free Doom poster that day. I got to meet him when he walked into the building, and he ended up giving me a Doom poster for free that was just right off of one of the shipper's desks, actually. So I thought I was really hyped. I thought it was really cool. And anyway, so a couple days after that, I actually got a phone call from Scott, the co-owner, and he asked me if I wanted a job. He said he overheard what I was saying to Joey, and he thought that I would be a good fit because I love retro games, so he offered me a job there. And I said, hell yeah. Even though it was an hour away, I was really excited. This seemed like the perfect job for me.
So it seems like he got the job without even interviewing him. Maybe I'll get into that.
So I got a job there as in the shipping department. And so I would clean games and systems, and then I would ship them out. And eventually, toward the time that I left, I kind of moved up a little bit to training people and checking system packages before they are closed up and go out, to make sure everything is in there and it's cleaned the way that it's supposed to be. We were told specifically not to clean the inside of the systems. We were told that if we get a system in our order, we're supposed to go get one off the floor and off the shipping floor, and you have to shake it. And if there's a rattle inside, you have to open it. You could put it back and get a different one, but at some point somebody has to open that system and get the rattle out.
So this statement here actually matches very closely with what the former employee I interviewed said. He said that they only open up consoles if they have a rattle inside, and he's saying the same thing. He was specifically instructed not to open up consoles unless there's a rattle. And from the outside looking in, it looks like it's not an employee problem. It's a upper management problem, telling them we're going to sell these refurbished consoles without refurbishing them.
But we were told specifically not to clean it when we did that, not to clean the inside. You just have to get that piece out and close it back up.
Oh, I should have waited for that part. So he says even when you open the console up, they're instructed not to clean it out, because that would take more time. Don't even blow it out. Don't clean it. Just open it up, get the rattle out, close it back up. Now, to be fair, this is a few years ago, supposedly, so maybe they changed policies, but...
And I'm pretty sure that they said that we're not supposed to clean it because it would take up too much time. Don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure that's what my shipping manager, Rob, told me. I did that for a little while. I did it the way that I was told to do it. But I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. I knew that it was a lie because they were telling people that these consoles were refurbished, and I could tell that they're not because I'm not opening it. I'm not cleaning the inside of them. And I actually ended up finding out that Dustin doesn't actually open all of the systems anyway. Now, they have other people.
So as far as I'm aware, Dustin is like the repair guy. From what I've seen in their videos, they have a guy that repairs stuff, and I think his name's Dustin, so I think that's who that is.
Working there now, too. Like, Dustin still works there, but there are a couple of other guys that work back in that department with him. And I'm sure, I mean, if these guys on YouTube are getting these consoles and they're dirty inside, then they have to be doing things exactly the same way as they did it when I worked there. So he would not open every system that came in. Like, a lot of the time we would just test the system to see if it worked, like testing it with a game and stuff. And that was something that would be like really quick. Like, putting in Super Mario Brothers into an NES and seeing if the image and the audio comes on. And that would be enough to test the system. The system totally works. They would not open it. They wouldn't open it to see if there was maybe something that would cause a problem later, if there was like some damage that wasn't affecting it right now but was going to affect it soon. Nothing like that. And then, we would get it as shippers and we'd clean the outside of it, and we were told to do it as quickly as we could, but pay as much attention to detail as possible. And so we were told to clean, like, specifically the areas that people would see every single time they use the system. So
it's funny when you get instructions like that are kind of contradictory. Like, be as detailed as possible, but don't take much time. Those things don't really go hand in hand. And then this next part, I'll keep playing it and we'll comment on it.
Controller ports, cartridge slots, stuff like that.
Yeah, so he's saying... After that, you said that the managers told them to only pay attention to the parts that are most seen by the customer. So, like you said, controller ports and stuff. So they're like, basically clean the parts that the customer sees to deceive them into the fact that they think they're getting a refurbished console, but they're not. And then they'll slap the warranty sticker on, so they don't even open it up. And these guys know what they're doing. Like, this was all purposeful. This is clearly, everything that's coming out is pretty clear. This is purposeful that they're doing all these things. It's not like it was a mistake for years and years. Like, they know what they're doing. They know how to tell the customer that they're getting a refurbished console and then not actually give them a refurbished console. But let's keep going.
But yeah, we weren't supposed to open it. That right there proves, I think, that it's a scam. Nothing happened there that Drew didn't know about. So yeah, Drew knows what he's doing. He knows that these things are not actually refurbished. They didn't anticipate anybody would open these things because that's the whole point of the void warranty sticker. And I know apparently a couple days ago they changed what it says on the website about that sticker. I guess now it says that it's a proof of purchase sticker or something.
Yeah, so they've been calling this a warranty sticker for like however long, I'm assuming however long they've been open. They've been slapping the warranty sticker on. There's like, if it was always a proof of purchase sticker, why would they slap it on the one screw you need to take out to open the console? Like on a PS3, they put it over where the other warranty sticker was. 360, they put it on a spot where you can't open the console without the sticker getting pulled off. They know what they're doing. Like they know it's a warranty sticker to deter you from opening the console up. But yeah, like you said, they now changed their policy that it's now not a warranty sticker. It's now a proof of purchase sticker, which is... Yeah.
I don't know if they're trying to cover something up or if they're changing that because people have been pointing out that it's illegal to do that. But when I worked there, we all called them void warranty stickers. We were supposed to put it over a screw hole in the console so that if you wanted to open it, you had to take it off.
Exactly. That's like the epitome of a warranty sticker. It's not a proof of purchase. It's a warranty sticker.
They did that to deter people from opening up their systems and finding out that we had never cleaned the inside of them. I tried to clean the inside of systems. After a little while, like I said, I started doing it my own way.
So yeah, I guess there's a few of you out there that got nice systems because this guy cleaned them up. And again, like opening an N64, cleaning the inside and outside, it's like an extra 10 minutes of work. Like there's like, 4 screws I think on the bottom of an N64 to take apart. It's just like... They're saving labor. They're making more money. It's just a line in their pockets. I mean, that's what businesses do. They're trying to make more money, but at some point you have to do what you say you're doing. Like you can't just not do what you say you're doing, what you're selling. From
DKOldies, a lot of the time when we'd buy this stuff, it would be from people who hadn't played it in like 20 years, and it had been sitting in their grandmother's basement collecting dust and dog hair.
He makes a good point there. A lot of this stuff, from what I've seen from DKOldies, and I would imagine most of their clientele, is people that are digging stuff out of their attic and basement, like he said, and those are people that have had that stuff sitting in there for decades, and like it's covered in filth. Like those consoles need it the most. Like they need the refurbishing the most.
So just imagine There was no broken piece making a noise inside of your system. Nobody opened it, so that God knows what the is in there. Seriously. So yeah, everybody that's been saying that they're not refurbishing their systems, you guys are absolutely correct. Take it from me. We were told not to clean the inside of it.
Yeah, so I think we've seen enough of this video. I think we understand. He's confirming all our suspicions, like we've seen from the employee that I interviewed. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.